Hello, hello, hello. So, welcome back. I am, of course, Decker Cards, which is very awkward to say. But yeah, we're on the second settlement out of this series. We're going to be doing a little bit of immersion role playing here to sort of fit it in a little bit. So, let's just say, hypothetically, for example, right? Let's just say, Diamond City's under attack, or you need like a tiny little pit stop before you get to Diamond City. Or Diamond City needs some reinforcements because they're under attack by a lot of super mutants. Where are they going to get these reinforcements from? I can't look at my thing because then it'll spoil it. But if we take a little think about the surrounding areas, there's not really a whole lot of friendly zones for Diamond City to ally themselves with, other than Bunker Hill, and that's quite far away. So I've created a little Minutemen point, basically, in Hangman's Alley, which we're going to take a look around. We're going to have a little look around. So we come down this alleyway, and there's a little opening. And of course you're greeted with these lovely turrets chugging away. And here we have the Diamond City support point. It's an evacuation zone, a safe zone, a supply depot. Anything that you can think of that would aid Diamond City. Now I want to point out that not all of this is finished. It's a small settlement that I've had to be very vertical with, as you can see. It's not its true potential because I don't have mods. Ada's walking in the way of everything. I'm going to be talking about mods at the end. But what you see is what I'm happy with at the moment, asides maybe like a missing medical section. So let's go ahead and head in. So of course, yeah, all the turrets and stuff. We've got a guard on duty. Hello. Not a lot of light. It's quite dark in here. Not for you it isn't. For me it's a lot more dark, and my TV is very dark for some reason. And I'm too incompetent to figure out how to fix it. But this is very sort of like IKEA flat pack style. Like this is something that they would pop up in a couple of days. And it would be very frantic, and just sort of throw everything down. You can see there's sort of like food wherever they can fit it, pretty much. This big Minutemen flag with a safe zone sign. I'm actually finding it easy to look onto my laptop and play this, even though there's like a 5-second delay, which is weird. But yeah, we come into here, and this is just, with the floating Brahmin, this is just sort of like a processing area. So if there is a load of evacuees from Diamond City that maybe don't have homes, they would bring them through here and they would evaluate people and be like, right, okay, the elderly and the children need beds first. Anybody that's sort of in the middle and healthy enough, you're going to help with work. So this is basically the table where you would stand at and be assessed, basically, while people defend you behind there. Not the most efficient. It's also where caravans would come, and like, someone would leave their Brahmin outside, they'd come in, I got this, that and the other. But yeah, we've got a lovely little desk, and, bookshelf for all the savings. We've got our only toilets back here. I needed some toilets, so I just thought, 2 toilets will be fine, we'll bung them back there, it'll be Gucci. I've decided to go for a lot more metal this time. Well, I say a lot more. Some more metal this time in comparison to Sanctuary. I kind of wanted it to have that vertical feel of Sanctuary as well, because of course Sanctuary is the current home of the Minutemen at this point in our story. They've connected to Diamond City and sort of made an agreement with them, and they've popped this up. So where we're at in the story, this sort of makes sense, I feel. This would probably be a lot more efficient later on in the story, like further down the line it'd be a lot cleaner. Things would be a lot more processed and look a lot more like man-made, if that sort of makes any sense at all. So yeah, you've got this sort of processing area where you can come sit down, blah blah blah. Maybe you're travelling to Diamond City and you just want to stop off and get some supplies and stuff before you actually just make like the last couple of blocks there. We come round here, we've got the recruitment beacon, obviously, for the sake of getting settlers here. Here we've got a little chill out zone for some of the workers, because there's going to be a lot of farmers here. There's even a little basketball hoop, which I didn't actually realise was there. Back here is our workbench. I've just sort of like left this as like a little maintenance zone. I'm sort of getting semi close to like filling the space, so I was like leave it, and then when I come back with mods, I can start bunging clutter down. So yeah, Ada's doing her little I don't know what that is, her little strut. Sure. Thanks for that, Ada. I can't get out there. Hello, I'm getting stuck on everyone. Right, so let's go and like actually take a look upstairs, because that's where sort of all the safe area is. Here we have like a temporary sort of sleeping area. So if you are a caravan and you just want to, you need to stay the night, but Diamond City is maybe too expensive for you to stay. I think it's like 10 caps there, but maybe if you haven't got 10 caps and you're willing to trade like a shoe or something, they would let you stay in here on the floor for a night, basically. And they would look after your Brahmin downstairs. Now, because this is a Minutemen place, mind my my Vim power armor that I collected from Far Harbour. Yes, I think the next settlement is going to be Far Harbour, which is weird, but I'll tie it into like my weird lore that I'm doing for the Minutemen. But yeah, I've completely lost track of where I am. Oh, right. So there's going to be, like, a lot of Minutemen soldiers here, because, of course, if people are being evacuated from Diamond City, the attackers are going to follow where the evacuation's going, and people are going to need to be defended here. So we've got, like, a proper sort of watchtower, I suppose. It pretty much is that, actually. It's sort of like a watchtower slipped in between two buildings, which is quite cool. So you come in here, and obviously they've got their little workout centre, they've got their fridge, they've got the clock and stuff like that. You've got like all the cover and stuff, because I wanted it to sort of hide some of the light, and when you're outside it doesn't, because that's how the game works. But in theory, stuff like this would hide the light and sort of cast more shadows and stuff like that, which I liked the idea of. I don't have any miniguns. I'm sorry, I don't have any miniguns, but I had a hunting rifle. Hello, we've got, the prize rad roach. They managed to kill a huge ass rad roach and stick it on the wall. Just like little decorations to show what they've been doing and stuff like that. And then of course we've got the bunk beds, my favourite, the lovely, lovely bunk beds. Now I went with a lot of candles. In fact, I think, no, some of the lighting doesn't really work. Like down there, that isn't working at all. But these candles where Ada's hiding behind the bed very very ominously, if that's a word. These candles are really, really nice. I like them a lot. It looks a lot better for me because it's darker, obviously. But maybe I can install some lighting and texture mods and stuff when we get around to it. I'm not too sure. But we come up to this top floor. That one's more of just like a social floor, I suppose. You've got a couple of beds, but this is really like, the dorm area. So over here we've got somebody that's been making some clothes. So these would be clothes that, they would trade with caravanners. They might actually wear the gas masks and the welding goggles and stuff. But they're basically just making general clothes that they've got, like, the blueprints and designs for. Because, they're going to be trading with Diamond City a hell of a lot. And the people of Diamond City are going to want new clothes. So that's why we've got these mannequins up here. Plus, they could always use them as target practice if they wanted to. And we can see over there, which is quite nice, we've still got some hanging mannequins there, which is a little bit grim looking. But here we've got our robot workbench. Now, this, I weren't sure whether to have a robot in every single settlement, but it looks like it's going to be quite pricey for me to do that. And where I am at the moment, I don't really want to spend like too much scrap and stuff. So for now, we don't have a robot here. So I'm sort of classing this as like, maybe if a caravaner comes along with like an iBot, or if a caravaner comes along and they've got some protectrons, then they can by all means bring them upstairs. The Minutemen will repair them for free if they've got the scrap and stuff. If they don't have the scrap, then it'll cost, the caravanners some money, and then the Minutemen would buy that scrap from Diamond City, and therefore repair the stuff. I like the whole process of it. Like, this is just literally an aid centre. Just Completely ignore this wire. But yeah, it's just like an aid support centre pretty much. So we've got plenty of beds for all of the recruits. We've got the little watch post so that we can look out, keep an eye on that door, keep an eye on people down there, make sure that, you know, not too many people are attacking. We've got turrets up everywhere. We've got some like posters and stuff because, I don't know, they just look really damn nice. I'm trying to think of like a reasonable excuse for it, but they do just look really nice. And we are near quite a few shops, so I feel like it would make sense if they're going to have anything on the walls, it would be propaganda and like comic books and stuff. But we come round here, and then we've got this little area. So I realised that if we take a look at the map, they're actually really close to the river. So I was like, you know what, there's probably going to be some fish in that river. So I went ahead and, once it stopped slagging, you know, we've got some fish in a crate. We've got like a little leather stand thing because of course they're making clothes. So I thought it makes sense to put some of these things around here. You know, if you're a caravaner, you can easily, you know, ask to come upstairs and take a look at the clothes that they've made and stuff like that. And you know, the same with Diamond City. So yeah, this is like a little working area for the person who makes clothes, and you know, they can store some of the fish and stuff that they capture from the river. I think that is actually everything. This is a really small settlement. Let me have a look around real quick to make sure I've not missed anything. I don't think I have. I think that is it. See, I've kept it quite small, and I wanted everything to have some sort of a purpose, and I think I've achieved that. It's not the nicest looking, and it's like, especially down here, but it's got its reasons, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be lore friendly as well. I wanted it to kind of make sense and fit in with stuff, and he's glitching everywhere and what have you. But yeah, I'm going to talk about mods real quick. So, like I mentioned before, robots are expensive, and a lot of other things are. And I am running out of supplies very quickly, and grinding through the game isn't really getting me a lot, which, you know, I thought it would, but it's just straight up not. By the way, please do leave feedback. I also know that this is very rickety looking, but in, you know, you reference the rest of the build, you know, I don't think this would fall off. But yeah, I'm going to TP to Sanctuary while I chat about mods. By the way, this is also for roughly 15 to 20 people. I know there's only 11 here, but I think there's 15 beds. So it's not that far off a Sanctuary in terms of like population size and stuff. Because Sanctuary at the moment is 23? 23. But yeah. Like salvaging and what have you is very difficult. Like carrying stuff and like making sure that I'm really low on steel, for example, which I never ever thought would happen. And I find myself going to other settlement locations, raiding them completely, using up all that steel on another settlement location, then going to another settlement location, getting all the steel and using it back on the same location and stuff. And like, I don't know, I'm just sort of using too much loot. And I don't know if anybody's got any suggestions for it, but if you do, let me know. I just wanted to kind of update you a little bit on this, because I really like this concept. So I went ahead and put a bar down underneath here, and I found this in like the vault decorations. And I thought it was brilliant that people would travel like all the way up to Sanctuary to see whatever this dude's name is and his magical espresso machine where he can make everybody cappuccinos and lattes and stuff. Like, somehow this magic man has made it to work and what have you. AKA they stole it from the vault, but you don't need to know that. But yeah, I wanted to show that really quickly. But yeah, please do leave some feedback on Hangman's Alley and what you think of the idea and the concept of it. I will revisit it and clutter it up a little bit more with mods. I'm going to be getting a lot of decoration mods that can increase the size and stuff. I really want to push my Xbox to its limits, like I did previously before I started YouTube. I did like a lot of stuff messing around with Fallout and mods and stuff like that. So yeah, please do go ahead and leave feedback. If you've got any ideas for any other settlement locations and stuff like that, please do let me know. I don't know when I'll be transitioning to mods. It will probably be soon, very soon. I think I might do one more settlement legit. And then I'm going to focus on like just unlocking all the settlements, including like the Nuka World, Red Rocket, all the Far Harbour locations and stuff like that. And then I'll go through, find all the mods, and probably do a video where I'm explaining what mods I'm going to be using, so that if you want to get them as well for Xbox One or PS4, then you can. But yeah, this has been my little Diamond City support point showcase, even though I'm not there. I sort of came away from it because it was too small. What I will do is when I've got mods, I will revisit places and do like more videos on places, for example. So if I expand Sanctuary out by like another quadrant of houses, then I'll do a video on it and show you what I've done. But yeah, that's it. I have been Deco Cards. Please do like this video if you liked anything in it, whether it's my Sanctuary or my Hangman's Alley, so that I know to keep on doing it. Like I said, if you've got any feedback, let me know. Any ideas, let me know. It's like 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to die. Bye-bye.